Gordon.
Josh.
Okay,
Okay.
we're going to talk here.
What else would we be doing?
I understand that. I'm just saying that we're entering a protected zone, zone where a couple of dear old friends talk about something without getting too upset.
This is making me uneasy, Josh. Why can't you just say it?
But who just says it? Which of us? Who? What will we have to talk about if we all said what we were thinking? I can't say it because you get upset.
So she said something wrong?
I'm sure she meant no harm.
Josh!
She was talking about the scarf that she was wearing.
You mean the one her mother bought her?
Yes, and...
The scarf she got in Palestine?
The scarf she got in Palestine. 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 Folks, I'm a Jew.
And?
And? And?
I thought we were going to talk about this.
Palestine. I'm looking for peace in the Middle East, but as of yet there's no Palestine. 1947, the UN granted them their state. 2 states, they said. One Israel, one Palestine. Hey, they think, forget that. Why coexist peacefully? Let's start a war instead.
Is there a problem with what she said?
Well, you know, Gord, I'm Jewish.
I hadn't suspected.
And while one prays for peace...
Do you?
What?
Do you pray for peace?
Well, maybe not pray, but I hope.
Do you march for peace?
March? You mean...
Organized rallies where like-minded
Yeah,
people...
I know what a march is. It's the month before April, am I right?
Like-minded people who show solidarity...
Hey, I can play Solidarity. Just give me a deck of cards, and I know lots of versions of Solidarity.
We've gone to 4 demonstrations in the last 2 months alone. It's very powerful stuff. Clotilde is quite involved with an
Now let me
organization...
ask you this, all kidding aside, for a sec.
Can you be serious?
Serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
So you go to these demonstrations.
Yes, a very important part.
Sure,
of-
exercising a democratic right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Amen. Now, whose side, I ask, were you marching on?
There's no side, Josh. It's about peace, hope, equality.
A peace rally?
Yes,
So you were marching with some peaceful Jews?
I'm sure I was. Not all of your people are as combative as you.
Combative?
It's a joke.
Most humor is veiled anger. Don't forget that. Great joke. So I suppose you were marching with some Palestinians?
I can answer that in the affirmative. They're a visible minority, Josh. The Kafiyas, so they're more visible.
Yes. More visible with the keffiyehs, the rifles, the pictures of Netanyahu as Hitler. No question you were marching with some Palestinians.
I told you there were Jews there.
So you remember seeing some large hooked noses in retrospect?
That's offensive.
And saying Palestine isn't?
I love Josh. I know he's not a bad person, but in this exchange, I've come to wonder if he actually doesn't know better. I know why Clotilde said what she did. It was no accident. She wanted to get him thinking. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe the Palestinians should have their own state?
Yes.
Do you think Palestine is a legitimate name for that state?
Sure.
So why would Clotilde's comment bother you?
To say the word today, to give existence to a state that doesn't exist.
Wasn't the name Israel around for centuries?
I don't want to get into this.
We are into this.
This is causing bad feelings.
It isn't, Josh. It isn't. We're 2 friends discussing politics. That's all. If we can't weather some differences of opinion, what good would a friendship be that couldn't handle that?
I don't know.
We've got 26 years history.
I know that.
You're shutting down on me.
Am I?
You're getting monosyllabic, Joshy.
Is that so?
We're dialoguing.
Are we?
That's what we're doing.
How difficult is it these days to be a nice liberal Jew? You can complain about Israel's mistakes, historical and present day. You can say abolish the settlements, withdraw from the territories, ease all restrictions now. But if you remind people that it's land for peace and not give you everything while you still celebrate hatred and suicide bombing, somehow you're accused of being unreasonable. It's insane.
Apologies of the blood. It's a phrase I came up with. Clotilde likes it. The Jews, the greatest victims of the 20th century, shifted to the point where they were no longer the oppressed, but became the oppressors. Their moral advantage lost, most good hearts, like Josh, now stumble in the dark, groping around, excusing Israel's actions with their lack of outrage. Josh explains it away with, "You don't understand, you're not Jewish." No, I'm not. And if that precludes understanding, we don't have a hope, do we?
We're dialoguing.
Trying to reach an understanding.
Sorry, I hadn't realized.
We wouldn't be doing this if we weren't friends.
No?
Of course not. It's because we're friends we can do this.
Antagonize each other?
Am I antagonizing you?
I'm getting a little upset here.
Why? What have I said that's wrong?
You're pushing me, Gord.
Can't friends push each other? When you were 19, didn't you thank me for giving you a kick in the ass?
I thanked you because, A, I was 19, and B, it had to do with my bizarre obsession with a woman whose nickname was the Chicken.
I just can't believe you get so upset over an innocuous comment Clotilde made. Over a scarf that her mother bought her. If she hadn't said it, would we be even having this conversation?
No.
We sat talking for, 2 hours? A few drinks, some nice conversation, and one word gives you doubt about the woman that I love? What does that say about you, Josh?
What does that say about me?
If I sat here and made critical remarks about Israel, would you take personal offense?
It's a word. One word in thousands that were exchanged. My best friend just wanted me to say, "I like her, she's great." What was so tough about that?